is like this. Okay, they want clean silverware. They want unlimited refills on coffee. And they want to know that when they are done eating and they come home, all their shit is done.
Hello, can I be this? Yeah. Can you hear me? Sorry I'm late. My internet just crashed on me. So I had to leave and come back. And so, hi? Can you hear me? I'm trying to get set up over here. Now, so far, basically, what we have to do is we just need to go over the let's see what I'm looking for. I'll turn my internet down again. We have to go over the problems from. Can you not hear me? No one is responding. Put in the chat, maybe.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, so don't sneeze, whatever you do, don't sneeze. Okay, so test four. Oh, yeah, that's my place to do it. Practice test four. Preview, and then go back to them, and then share my screen. I'm gonna have to, I guess this is what I need. All right, so I think I'm going to start the last question and work my way backwards. And then we'll go from there. Is this thing being recorded? Double check. No. Yes, it is. Okay, so hello guys. All right. Okay. Hold on. I'll be back in a second. I am having technical issues, as you can tell. Well, we'll get through there. All right, I'm back again. Yay. And so you have right here 9x minus 6 is equals to 81. The question that you will want to ask yourself is, can you make the basis the same? Okay, if the answer is yes, you do. If the answer is not, you have to take a log on both sides. But in this case, I can make the basis the same. So I can write this as 9x minus 6 is equals to 9 squared, because 81 is 9 squared. Yes?
Yes.
You cancel. the basis. So therefore x minus 6 is equals to 2. You add 6 to both sides, and so you get x is equals to 8. Now you have to remember, for exponential equations, the domains are all real numbers. So any answer you get will work. You do not have to check your answer. And so your answer right here is going to be 8. By the way, you can always double check your answer. What is 8 minus 6? 8 minus 6 is 2. 9 squared is indeed 81. Any questions there on the first question?
Nope.
Feel free to ask. Okay, now we have a log expression right here. This is a common question where you have logs, but you don't have you don't have one log, you have 2 logs. And so what you have to do is group the logs together first. So I have log base 4 of x plus 13 is equals to 2 minus log base 4 of x. How do you undo x minus 2 right here? And once you have this right here, you add the log to both sides. And plus log base 4 of x minus 2. So this becomes log base 4 of x plus 13 plus log base 4 of x minus 2 is equals to 2. Have I lost anybody here? A simple way of thinking about this is that I took the log over to the other side. I grouped the logs. A plus sign means multiplication. This is log 13 times log minus 2 is equals to 2. And then I convert this to exponential form. So that means I drop the log and I take the base over to the other side. Drop the log, take the base over. This will mean that x plus 13 multiplied by x minus 2 is equals to 4 squared. Right, not 2 to the 4th power now, 4 squared. Although it so happens that 2 to the 4 and 4 squared equals the same thing. That's not, normally that doesn't work out that way. 3 squared and 5 cubed are not the same thing. Anyways, x times x is x squared, x times 2 is negative 2x, 13 times x is plus 13x, 13 times 2 is negative 26, that's equals to 16. X squared x squared plus 11x I get negative 10. When I add them, I get 11. Is that possible? Say again, please.
It's I got x squared plus 11x minus 42 equals 0.
Oh, and you add the
And then it's 14.
I subtracted and I should have added. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh boy, let's try this again. What is going on? So what we have And I can send you all the recording. I don't know if I'm going to actually have a recording, but I can send you all the recording. It should have all the rest of the information that just, disappeared. Maybe I should just do these on my, I think I will do that. So that way, no matter what happens, I'll have a copy of everything. I can just send that to you. Although you should have the videos. So either way, it's fine. So let's go back. It is x squared plus 11x minus 26 is equal to 16. Subtract 16. 11x, x equals to x squared plus 11x minus 42 is equal to 0. Well, I need two numbers, multiply negative 42 and add to give me 11. 42 is 2 and 42 is 2 and 21. Or I can take a 3 over, so that's 6 and 6 sevens are 42. Plus 6 plus 11 plus 6 plus 7, that's not 11. How else can I split this up? Because 21 is 3 times 7. Yeah, this doesn't factor. Oh man, so I'm gonna use the quadratic formula. So x is equal to negative 11 plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. 2 times. Hold on, I got a phone call coming in. Hello, can I help you?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey.
How are you doing, sir?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Adil, I'm going to request funding for statistics class. And I'm thinking about you. You only have a class I assigned, right? You don't do anything other than that, right? So far.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of a class right now. I'm doing a test with you.
Okay, no problem. I just want to ask you, is it okay to name you as the candidate for the class?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all right, talk to you later.
All right then. All right, kind peoples. All right, so this is going to be negative 11. I know, it's just one of those afternoons, right? And that's going to be 11 squared is 121.
It can be factored, right? The x squared plus 11x minus 42.
You can?
Yeah, with 14 and negative 3.
Oh, well, then you made my life so much easier. Yay. So, because I'm about to do the hard way, man. So, okay. X plus 14, x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x equals negative 14, x is equal to 3. But unlike the previous example where it was in e to the x, in this example, I have to check to see if my answers make sense. So for example, x equals negative 14. I take that and I plug it in here. That becomes log base 4 of negative 14 plus 13 is equals to 2 minus log base 4 of negative 14 minus 2. Now, a negative 14 plus 13 is equal to negative 1, correct? Can you take log of negative 1?
No.
And so therefore, this answer does not make sense. Okay? And then you have to try the other answer. And so you plug in log. So you plug in log base 4 of 3 plus 13 is equals to 2 minus log base 4 of 3 minus 2. This is 16. This is 1. Both of those numbers are greater than 0. And notice I don't actually work the problem out. I just check to see if the logs are not negative. And so it means that this is the answer. And so the answer is 3 only. It's not both 3 and negative 4. The answer is just 3 by itself. Okay? Questions there? Comments, queries, concerns?
Nope.
Okay. Yo, anyone still writing? Or can I clear? Okay. Go ahead, clear. Uh-oh, people. It done broken me again. Hold on, I have to stop sharing and sharing. Just one of them days. All right. Go ahead and try this one for me, please. I just did basically exactly that same problem. Go ahead and try it out for me, please. I'll give you a few moments to get what the answer is. Just type the answer in the comments box once you have the answers. Did I hit stop sharing? Y'all need some help? You're doing okay. Okay, I have one answer so far. Anybody else? If you're not sure, you can just type "not sure" in a private message. That way, I know that I'm not waiting for you. Nobody else will know that you typed it. I'm not sure. Don't. Okay, second person has an answer. Ah, nice catch. Miss 18. We'll see. All right, you got 20 seconds. Ready? All right, so on my right. So this right here is going to be log base 3 of x plus 4 times x plus 12, and that's going to be equal to 2. Convert that to exponential form. X plus 4 times x plus 12 is equal to 3 squared. Whew, that is going to be x squared plus 12x plus 4x plus 48 is equal to 9. Am I going too fast? I'm assuming you already worked upon math, but I'm paused anyways. And so that's going to be x squared plus 16x plus 48 is equal to 9. Subtract 9. X squared plus 16x plus 39 is equal to 0. This factors into x plus 3 times x plus 13 is equal to 0. So then you get x equals negative 3, and you get x is equal to negative 13. Okay, you might be tempted to say, oh, both answers are negative, so the answers are incorrect. Again, that's not good enough analysis. You have to go ahead and you have to plug the answers in. If I plug negative 3 in, this will become x plus 1. If I plug in negative 3 in, this will become x plus 9. So that means that negative 3 is fine as an answer. On the other hand, if I plug negative 13 into here, negative 13 plus 4 is negative 9. I cannot take log of negative 9, and so therefore that is wrong. And so the answer is negative 3 only. Questions there? Comments? Queries? Concerns? Okay. Yes, I'm listening.
No, I was just going to say no questions.
Okay. Cool, yo. We did exactly another one of these again, so I'm just going to skip this one. Again, you just got to take the log over. Oh, that's going to be a minus. Aha. So it's going to be log 4x plus 3 minus log of x minus 9 is equal to 1. In the other case, it was a plus sign, and a plus sign means addition. A minus sign means division. So it's 4x plus 3 divided by x minus 9 is equal to 1. Major difference. Okay? Now, convert to log form. So I got to drop the log and take the base. Wait a minute. What's the base? What's the base? It's not a rhetorical question, people. What's the base?
10.
The base is 10. So you get your little red marker out and you put an imaginary 10 to remind yourself that there's a 10 right here. Convert to log form, drop the log, take the base over. 4x plus 3 divided by x minus 9 is equal to 10 to the 1 power. 10 to the 1 power is 10. And so now right here, you have your x minus 9. That's your denominator. So you multiply both sides by x minus 9. And so you get, after these cancel out, 4x minus 3 is equals 10x minus 19. Oh my goodness, is that really the number 19? Add 3 to both sides. 4x is equals to 10x minus 87. Subtract 10 from both sides. Negative 6 is equals to negative 6x is equals to negative 87. Can 87 be divided by 6? No. Can 87 be divided by 3? Yes, it can. Sheesh. 3 goes into 8 2 times. Carry the 2. 3 goes into 27 9 times. 3 goes into 6 twice. So that's 29 over 2, which is 14.5. The reason why I did all of that right here is I have to actually check my answer. Okay? So I have to take 14.5 and I have to plug it in. Clearly, if I plug in 14.5, both of those will evaluate positive values. Yes? And so the answer is indeed 29 over 2. If, for example, the 14.5 did not work out, one of those things, those logs became negative, then you have to take solution B, saying there is no answer to the problem. That's why they have that A and B there. Because sometimes they have no answer. Any questions there?
I have a question. Why did 4x plus 3 turn into 4x minus 3?
Oh, is that a mistake on my part? Oh, yes, you are right. Plus, then this becomes a minus, then this becomes a minus, so this becomes 93. So this becomes 93, that becomes 93, that becomes 93, and 93 divided by 3 is 31. So it's 31. 31 divided by 2 is 30 by 15.5. So it's 31. Thank you kindly. 31 halves. Questions there?
So do you have to put 15.5 in?
It will take both answers.
Okay.
The thing it says type an exact answer. If it was like 15.3 repeating, then you would have to give the fraction.
Okay.
But since 15.5 is an exact answer, it'll take it. So it'll take either the fraction 31 over 2 or 15.5. Anybody else? Okay.
So if we can do this practice test homework, we should be on the right track for the exam.
On the very right track for the exam. Okay, we just did one of these a while ago. The base is 10 again. That's 100. So that's fine. All right, here we go. So for a question like this right here, again, I have 2 logs, yes? But before I can combine them using multiplication, I have to first take care of this 2 first. So you have to make the 2 the power first before you can attempt to simplify the problem. So it's going to be log base 2 of x minus 3 squared plus log base 2 of 8 is equals to 5. So that's going to be log base 2 of 8 times x minus 3 squared is equals to 5 after I combine the two logs together. And then I convert it to exponential form. Drop the log, take the base over. 8 times x minus 3 squared is equals to 2 to the 5th power, which is 32. I then divide both sides by 8. And so that gives me x minus 3 squared. 8, 32 goes into 8 4 times. I take the square root. I take the square root. So I get x minus 3 is equal to plus or minus 2. A lot of people forget to put that plus or minus, although it might not actually hurt you in the long run. We shall see. And of course, I then add 3 to both sides. So x is equals to 3 plus or minus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. Are both of these answers correct?
Only 5.
The 1 does not work. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So the answer is 5 only. Yeah, but the key to that problem, though, is that you have to take that 2 up. Sometimes, if you leave that 2 in front or you divide it, well, actually, you can't combine that all. That's it. So you have to take that 2 up. Anybody else before I move on to the next one?
So how did you take the 2 out? Oh, never mind. I got you.
You'd use the power property of logarithms. That's if you have a factor, you can make a factor the power, or if you have a power, you can make that power a factor.
Gotcha.
Okay? Can I clear up people's writing? Okay, I'm going to take that as no one's writing. Bye-bye. Write the expression as a single logarithm. Sheesh, that looks like fun. So, first things first, you have to take care of the power, just like I did a while ago. So that's going to be log base 2 of the square root of 9 minus 9x minus 1 raised to the 6th power minus. And now I'm going to split this up. This is going to be log base 2 of 6 minus log base 2 of x, and then have plus log base 2 of 6. Everyone understand what happened here? The division became a subtraction symbol. Now, if I take the square root of 9 minus 9x minus 1 and I raise it to the 6th power, that's the same thing as 9x minus 1 raised to the 6/2 power. I'm taking a square root because I'm taking a square root. The denominator is 2, and because I'm raising it to the 6th power, the numerator is 6. That's going to be 9 raised to the x minus 1 cubed. Log base 2, 9x minus 1 cubed. I distribute the minus sign, so I get negative log base 2 of 6. And then distribute the minus sign, that's going to be plus log base 2 of x plus log base 2 of 6. Hopefully now you can see why I split out the middle term, because you can see that there are 2 log base 2 of 6s, correct? But because they're opposite signs, they will cancel out. So this and this will cancel. And then these two right here will combine the plus sign. Log base 2 of x times 9x minus 1 raised to the third power. This is the expression as a single logarithm. I'll give you a second to write that down. This is a new type of question, so I'll wait to see if we have a question. Any questions there? Okay. Okay, cool. So, oh wow, that's funny. So the first one right here, log base 4, this breaks down into x plus 3 multiplied by x minus 3, correct? Because you have a difference of squares. And that's going to be minus, and I'm going to take this 5 up, so it's going to be log base 4 of x plus 3 raised to the 5th power. Have I lost anybody? With that, the minus sign means I'm dividing, so it's going to become log base 4 of x plus 3 times x minus 3 divided by x plus 3 raised to the 5th power. And now I can simplify a little. I have an x plus 3 in the numerator, and I have an x plus 3 in the denominator. So I can cancel out one of these, and this will become 4. And so my single answer is going to be x minus 3 divided by x plus 3 raised to the 4th power. Any questions there?
So we'd have to put the answer in exactly like that?
Yes, sir. You want me to try? So it's a log. So you write log, and then you write subscript 4, and then open parentheses, close parentheses, and on the inside it is a fraction, and this is x minus 3 up here, and then down here, open close parentheses again, it is x plus 3 raised to the 4th power. Yes?
Yeah, it looks good.
And then I would hit check answer, my fingers crossed. It says excellent.
All right.
Anybody else? At least we know we got one right today. Uh-huh. That's weird. All right, I am clearing the screen. All right, write the expression as a single logarithm, express powers as factors. Okay, cool. So, first things first, there are actually two approaches to this problem. Let me work on both in my head and see which approach is most efficient. They end up being the same thing. So anyways, this right here is log base 2 of x raised to the 1/2 power minus log base 2 of x raised to the 7th power. Yes or no, or maybe so.
Yes.
Now, division between logs means I combine them, but I divide the argument. So it's going to be log 2 of x to the 1/2 divided by x to the 7th power. And then I have to go 1/2 minus 7. 1/2 minus 7. To subtract fractions, you need to have a common denominator. So 1/2 minus 7 over 1. Are the denominators the same? The people said, no, sir. The denominators are not the same. And so because the people said that, I have to go ahead and I have to multiply by 2 over 2. That's going to be 1/2 minus 14 over 2. That's going to be negative 13 over 2. So this is going to be x raised to negative 13 over 2. Questions so far? The important thing to now remember is that it says express powers as factors. Do I have a power? Yes, I do. So that power must come to the front. So that's negative 13 over 2 log base 2 of x. And that's what goes into the box. Questions there while I wait? Can I move forward?
Yep.
Where is my erase button? Where is my move forward button? Move back. Okay, I'll let you try this one. I'll give you a few moments. I'm gonna let y'all try one in a while. Go ahead and try this one. Are you ready? You got it? You can put the answer in the box, or you want me to just write it out and you can just compare answers.
Yep, show me.
It's supposed to be log 5 U6 V3. That's a U.
Oh, and that's just the final answer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay, next. Clear. Can I clear? Write the expression as a sum of difference of logarithms, express powers as factors. This is a question of splitting them up. This first piece right here is going to be log of x. This is in the numerator, so plus log of x plus 3. This is in the denominator, so it's going to be minus log of x plus 4 raised to the 14th power. And then they want you to express powers as factors. Okay, so if you're in the numerator, you're positive. You're in the denominator, you're negative. And of course, I bring the power, the 14 right here. I bring that to the front of the logarithm. So it's going to be log of x plus log of x plus 3 minus 14 log of x plus. Questions there? Comments? I am waiting for you all to finish writing.
Oh, for the Zoom exam, would it be the same thing as last time?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I can move forward then. Since we're talking about other stuff, that means we're good. Same concept. Again, this x greater than sum right here is the domain of the function, but that does not play a role in splitting it up. So this first piece right here is going to be log base 2 of x to the 8th power. And this second piece is going to be minus log base 2 of x minus 7. Okay? The 8 comes to the front because it is a power. Minus log base 2 of x minus 7. And that's it. Questions there? If you are in the numerator, you are a positive log. If you are in the denominator, then you are a negative log. Okay, I can move forward then.
Yep.
This is about where we stopped in class. Okay, write the expression as a sum of difference. This is exactly the same question we had but in reverse. That's going to be log b, 2 in front of u, plus 5 log b of v. That's the answer right there. This is the kind of question you dream for on the test, people.
All right, I'm gonna take off. I'll see you in the morning at 9:30 on Zoom.
All right then.
All right, have a good evening.
Okay. Next. Simplify the logarithmic expression. Express powers as factors. Simply, you have to put the power in front, so it's 2 log base 7 of z. That's your answer right there. Questions? No questions? All right. All right, express as a sum of difference. So this right here is log base 3 of 9. Again, both of these are in the numerator, so they're both positive. So it's going to be log base 3 of 9. And then the second one is going to be plus log base 3 of x. But you always have to be careful. Whenever you see a number, you have to ask yourself, can I simplify this further? What power must I raise 3 to get 9? Three to the 0 is 1. 3 to the 1 is 3. 3 squared is 9. So I have to raise 3 to the second power. So that means that this is simply the value 2. And that's going to be our simplified form of the answer. Obviously, the line before is correct, but since they want it fully simplified, you need to go ahead and work them out as far as you can.
So if we kept
Go ahead.
it as the first part, it would mark it as wrong.
You can actually find out. Let's see what happens. Log underscore 3 9. Because remember, the system is what's going to be grading you. Log underscore 3x. And check answer. It says, although your answer is equal to the correct answer, it is not in the correct form. Okay? So it's not that it's wrong. It's just that it needs to be fully simplified. So if I change this to 2, now it says fantastic. Questions there? I am about to clear. Solve the equation. Just convert the log to exponential form. Drop the log and take the base over. 16 is equals to 2 raised to the 5x plus 6 power. 16 is 2 to the 4th power, I believe. 2 to the 0 is 1. 2 to the 1 is 2. 2 squared is 4. 2 cubed is 8. 2 to the 4th power is 16. So that's right. These cancel. 4 is equals to 5x plus 6. Negative 2 is equals to 5x. Am I going too fast with the algebra part? So the answer is negative 2/5. Doesn't make much sense to ask if I'm going too fast and just keep going, right? Sometimes you have to be self-aware. Although it's never possible to always be self-aware. That's what you have to ask. Questions? Okay. Clear. 5 to what power is x? 5 to what power is 625? I believe it's 5 to the 4th power. 5 to the 0 is 1. 5 to the 1 is 5. 5 squared is 25. 5 cubed is 125. 5 to the 4th is 625. So this is 4. So the answer is 4. Questions there? Comments? Queries? Concerns? Can I clear? While I'm waiting for you to decide if can I clear or not, I might as well just plug it in anyway. All right, clear. ln e to the x is equals to 19. ln and e are inverses, so these two cancel out, so x is equals to 19. If I have e raised to the ln of 5 right here is equals to x, the e and the ln will cancel. 5 is equals to x. E and ln are opposite of each other, and so they always cancel each other out. Okay? So that's 19. I could have just click here and type in 19. All right. X squared is 100. What is x? So you convert to exponential form. 100 is x squared. Square root, square root. So x is equals to plus or minus 10. But x equals 10 only because the base cannot be negative. Cannot be negative. Also, the base cannot be 0, cannot be 1. Base cannot be 1. That's the rules about bases for logarithms. The base cannot be a negative number, like negative 10, for example. That cannot be the answer. Base can also cannot be 1. So if you work them out and you get x equals 1, that means you have made an error. The base cannot be 1 for logarithms. Questions there? Okay, cool. Can I erase? You can just type yes in the box if you don't want to say nothing. You can say, hey, what's up, teach? No, young people don't say that no more. Now that's me flying blind then. Clear. Convert again. Drop the log, take the base over. 7x plus 6 is equals to 2 to the 3rd power. 2 to the 3rd power is 8. And then from here, algebra range. Subtract 6 and then divide by 7. Again, this is a log equation. I do need to check my answer. I got to take this and plug it in. 7 times 2 over 7 plus 6. 7. You don't actually have to work this out to see it's going to be positive. But if you want to, these cancel. And that's going to be 2 plus 6. And that's definitely not a negative number. That's definitely not 0. So therefore, this answer is fine. Any questions there? Okay. Stepping on back. 6 squared. Well, you just convert to exponential form. The answer becomes apparent. $36. Oh. I have the power. I'm just waiting for you to stop writing. And since you're not going to tell me, I'm just basically guessing. Again, convert to exponential form. Well, actually, this is simple. 4 raised to what power is 16? 4 squared is 16, so x must be 2. If you convert to exponential form, 16 is equals to 4 raised to the x power. 16 is 4 squared. X is 2. Not Q2, people. Just 2. Oh, did y'all hear? Today, the price of oil went negative. People are so desperate to get rid of oil, they will pay you to take it. That means the price of gas is going to come down at the pump. It's going to come down quite a lot. But that's crazy, though. That people would literally have a negative price. Anyways, I digress. Oh, I didn't hit answer. Check my answer. Boom. Oh, good thing I read the problem. Woo, woo. The answer is 2, but that's not what it asks. It says change the statement to an equivalent form involving exponents. So the first line I have 4 raised to x equals 16. That's what they wanted. Oh, ooh. Talk about a classic mistake of not reading the problem. Fantastic. As they say in the business, fantastigy. Change the logarithm equation to one involving exponents. A squared equals 5. By the way, be careful when you are typing these things. A lot of times this happens. A squared, come on, squared, a squared equals 5. A lot of times this happens. This kind of thing happens where you know what you're doing, but you just weren't paying full attention. So do be careful. Change the logarithm to an equivalent statement involving exponentials. 8 raised to the 4th power equals 49. Sheesh, that's huge. Questions there on the converting to the log form. Chop the log, take the base to the other side. Change the exponential form into one involving logarithms. And so again, right here. So this right here is going to be log base 3 of 3.1 equals x. 3 to the x power is equal to this answer right here. So what you do is you drag the base back over, so there's 3 here, and then you enter in the keyword log. Log base 3 of 3.1 equals x. Questions there? Comments? Queries? Concerns? So you drag the a over. So log base a of 48, 4.8 is equals to 9. I'm waiting. Change the statement to one involving logarithms. So that's going to be log base 4 of 16 is equals to the power. So remember, the power comes over here. Right, comes right here. So it's going to be log, the base is down here, and always equals the power. So the argument comes here. In this case, that's 16. Questions there? All right, clear? Okay, clear. Solve the equation. 2 raised to the x squared minus 8 is equals to 4 raised to the x. Are the bases the same? No, they're not, but I can change the 4 to 2 squared. When you have a power to a power, you multiply. So that's 2 raised to the x squared minus 8 is equals to 2 raised to 2x. Now the bases are the same, so I can cancel them. I can break out my ninja star and go get rid of them like so. And I have x squared minus 8 is equals to 2x. I take the 2x over to set the equation equal to 0. And so this factors into x minus 4, x plus 2. So x is equals to 4, x is equals to negative 2. I do not have to check to see if my answer works. That only is a problem. That only is a problem if I'm looking at a log equation. It's an exponential equation. The domains for exponentials are all real numbers. And so that's not going to be a problem for me. Questions there? Okay. Okay. What are the answers again? 4, negative 2, or that it was x minus 4. Yeah, so it's 4, negative 2. Okay, same thing here. I need to make the bases the same. 16 is 4, 2 to the 4th power. Negative x plus 27. 32 is 2 to the 5th power. So 2 raised to negative 4x plus, what's 27 times 4? 27 times 4 is 108. Is equals to 2 to the 5th power. 5x power, sorry, when I multiply. You cancel out the 2's. So negative 4x plus 108 is equals to 5x. 4x to both sides. 108 is equals to 9x. Therefore, x is equals to 108 divided by 9. And that is a nice, neat number. That's 12. Again, you do not need to check the answer. Exponential functions to the domain are all real numbers, and so all answers will work. Questions there? I'm not sure if you can hear me. Yeah. Any questions? Oh, okay. You're even there. You're just hanging out. You're gonna watch the video later. Okay, well, that's fine too. 2 to the power is 1.8. X cubed. 2 to the 0 is 1, 2 to the 1 is 2, 2 squared is 4, 2 cubed is 8, 2 to the 4 is 16, 2 to the 5 is 30, 2 to the 6, 6 to the 4, 2 to the 7 is 128, 2 to the 7, x. Cancel, cancel. X cubed is equal to 7x. Take it over. X cubed minus 7x is equals to 0. X is uncommon, so I can factor it out. So that's going to be x squared minus 7 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 0. That's one answer. And x squared minus 7 is equal to 0. It's another answer. Add 7. X squared is equal to 7. Square root. X is equal to plus or minus root. As they say in the business, bingo! And so you have 3 answers. You have 0. You have negative root 7, comma, and then you have regular over root 7. Questions there? Check answer. Nice work. Good job. Again, I don't feel I have to work this one out, but why not? 2x plus 1 is equal to 2 squared. Cancel, cancel. Don't know what exactly this question, one of my class questions. 2x is equal to 1, x is 1. Blazing speed. That was fast. I got skilled. You know, pop the collar, pop, pop. Hey, y'all see in the background. Also in the background right now. Ain't it, let me get out the way if I can. Ain't it cool? Ain't it cool? Yeah. I just finished that one just the other day. But it's cool, Moses. You don't want to answer that? Oh my goodness. Oh. But if I ask a question about extra credits, you'll all be ready to answer quick, fast, in a hurry, huh?
Yes, but I have to leave. So I'll see you tomorrow morning to take the test on Zoom.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, we went over these, and plus it's recorded. So last 3 questions, I'm going to work them out, and then you can always go back and watch the video right at the end.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
You too. So this one right here, that's 2 over 3 raised to the x is equals to 8 over 27. 2 over 3 raised to the x. 8 is 2 cubed. 27 is 3 cubed. The most important part about this problem is actually that the bases are the same. Because the bases, the powers are the same. Because the powers are the same, I can factor them out. That's actually 2/3 raised to the 3rd power. And then the answer becomes clear. Cancel, cancel. X is 3. 2 questions to go. Clear. Clear. 2 to the negative x is equals to 8. 2 to the negative x is equals to 2 cubed. Cancel. Cancel. Negative x is 3 divided by negative 1. X is equals to negative 3. Any questions there? And then the last one, x is 4. Cancel and cancel, that leaves us with just a 4. Therefore, x is 4. After you cancel out the bases. And that's it, kind peoples. Any other questions? Then I bid you all a good day. I will post the video as soon as it's available so that you can all watch and partake at our own times and our own schedules. All right? You all have a nice day. Oh yeah, like I was saying about my background. Can you see my background?